Is it ordinary love or no ordinary
It is absolutely no ordinary love. There's kind of two origins to it, and if you don't mind my taking a few extra minutes to talk about this one. Literally, I was sitting in my fiance and I, I've known her for 15 years, and I was sitting in the parlor one day. Thankfully, I had my guitar in my hand, and I looked across the room, and there were my shoes, and I thought, those are my shoes in Amanda's living room. Who would have thought that would happen? Not me. And it literally just came out of my mouth like that. And I was like, I don't know. And I started writing the lyric. And so from that sense, the lyric is as straightforward as possible. Like there's just no, until you get to the chorus, well, even in the chorus, there's no hidden meaning, nothing deeper. Just, I felt this sense of, like I talked about with Taken, the sense of belonging to this person in some kind of way that I never have before. And just, I've known her for so long. We've been friends for so long. And I just had that moment of like, who would have thought this? How did this happen? This is great. And then, so I was writing the song, and, I grew up in the church and am still a believer. And I do think that we're tasked. I think that the thing that God really asks of us is to love Him, to love others with our full selves. And in my understanding of that, that sort of love that He's asking of us is the kind of sense of seeing the full potential in every other person that you see. You know what I mean? Like, whether it be you or my kids or a stranger, somebody asking for a couple bucks on the street, whatever. I can't look at them in the way that I've been taught by society to look at them. I can't look at you that way. If I'm doing the thing that God asks of. I mean, remember, He only has 2 commandments. It's to love Him and love everybody else. And that sense of love that I think He's talking about in Scripture, I think Jesus is talking about, is no ordinary love. It's that love where we truly see the full potential in everyone around us. And that has to start in ourselves as well. And I was not in a place before where I could see that potential in myself anymore. And I certainly couldn't see it in anyone else. And I don't think anybody had ever, in the way that Amanda does, seen it in me, So falling into this relationship, when she looks at me, I know that she sees everything I can be. And that's the great gift that she gives to me, is that recognition of my full potential. And so that's what informed the chorus. That's why I wanted to call it that. I wanted to call it No Ordinary Love, because it's not ordinary. And that's, as humans, not what we're tasked with doing. We're tasked with an extraordinary love. And I probably would have called it that, but it doesn't quite fit the rhyme scheme as well as No Ordinary Love. But so that's what the song's about. It's about the very simple, mundane thing of seeing my shoes in this person's living room and thinking, wow, how did this happen? And then it's also that recognition that the way she loves me is just something I've never experienced before. And now, because of that, I am, again, very much, I feel tasked to love her that way, which is easy and wonderful, and then also to, take that into the world. That's what that song's about. And man, it sounds great. It just sounds great.